This was the brainchild of The Land Is Ours. The government or big corporations come along and want to crush you. You know, they don't want you doing this sort of thing because it doesn't make a profit. When it comes down to it, and the day the Guinness do roll in here with their little army, you know, we want to be able to hold out for a bit.
We believe in sort of what they call DIY culture, not the ones where you go and buy your lawnmower and destroy every flower in your garden, but do it yourself. The politicians are going to do nothing for us. They never have done.
I dropped out of university and kind of totally disillusioned with the lie of it all, and then found that there is this, you know, this section of the community, you know, small that it may be, that is, you know, constantly challenging it, you know, and challenging themselves within that. The government takes this sort of, you know, the network quite seriously. You know, Criminal Justice Act has been vastly targeted at people who live like this and do this sort of thing.
You know, John Major said a couple of years ago, we've got to sweep the beggars and the homeless people off the streets as if they were some sort of virus that had appeared from outer space. You know, they're not. They're a direct result of 20 or 18 years of certain political policies that don't work. There is a drastic need to change, not just the social aspects, but the way people live, the way they're confined, the type of dwellings they have, the materials that are used in the dwelling, all these things. But no, they're not interested in that. The cities need more rural aspect, not less, not more concrete jungle, more rural, more people. There's so many stressed out people these days because they've got nowhere to de-stress.
You know, all the wood's been donated, all the earth, you know, so like, you know, we rely on sort of people's good nature and the waste, you know. I mean, like, most of this wood would have ended up getting just crushed or burnt or whatever, you know, and we've built our homes out of it. And even if they did kick us off, develop the land themselves, you know, put up a community centre and kids' playground, all that sort of thing, permaculture, and slap Guinness all over it. If they actually, you know, got on the case, they could come out, you know, smelling of roses, and it would be worth hundreds of millions in, you know, revenue morally as well, so.
They keep saying they're going green, and they're creating more roads and thousands of more vehicles and, you know, more pollution and more poverty and more rich people. That block behind on the top penthouse, £1 million he paid for that. That lot there, they've been empty for 2 years. They can't sell them. You can't buy one under £250,000. £20 million is the value of this, even if Safeways don't get it. You know, it's £20 million as it stands, you know.
The Guinness do roll in here with their little army. You know, we want to be able to hold out for a bit, you know, the press will show up and, you know, be dragged out by riot-clad bailiffs with a watering can in one hand and a plant in the other, you know. That sort of thing. I mean, it's sad, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, they are going to shut you off. You have to humiliate them, you know. They've got this ethical policy, Guinness, but, you know, if they do evict us, it's a lie.
And they don't just evict you, they knock all these things down. They bring in bulldozers and they smash them up. You know, it's a traumatic thing. It's not just a thing of them coming in and saying, like, all right, you nice people, you'll go now. You know, evictions are, for me, evictions are immoral generally. They always have been. They're very traumatic things. And
if you evict us and just, you know, just to have the land derelict again, you know, you are going to look like, well, whatever, you know, the headlines, Guinness evict homeless and all this kind of thing, so.
The end of the 80s and the 90s, there's much more involvement, you know, it's not about a dream, it's about a reality, it's not about an illusion. This is not an illusion.
You see, this is real, this is, you know, this is what it's about, you know, and once you see this and live like this, you can't ever leave it. Even if you only come back every now and then, you can't ever drop it.
But this is our centrifugal communal structure, and it's not square, it's round. You know. It's hip to be round, not hip to be square.
You know, they called us all a renter mob, nihilistic, kill the rich anarchists, basically, which is partly true.